And he's born unto you. And so do you want to go see him? Do you want to take a trip and find him? You see in verse 12 he says, ye shall find. That means that they're going to have to go searching. You know, this is a provocation from God. He's encouraging them. He's motivating them to go find Christ in the manger, lying in the manger. You know, some people, although God tries to provoke them, that they don't seem ever to get the message. You remember over in Matthew chapter 2? Matthew chapter 2 verses 4 to 8, when the wise men came to Jerusalem, because they knew the timing but they didn't know the place, and they came to the capital and they came before Herod, and we've said we've come to worship the King of the Jews. And old Herod said, wait a minute, I'm the King of the Jews. So Herod's really he's provoked, all right. He wants to find out where this guy is. What do you mean a king? So he gets the scribes out. The scribes and Pharisees come out with all their scrolls and the law and the prophets, and Herod demands of them where Christ should be born. Guess what? They knew. Because Micah chapter 5 verse 2 told them. And they got the scrolls out and they said, well, right here, Micah 5:2, it says that Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth unto me the ruler of Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. And they closed the book and they said, Herod, he's going to be born in Bethlehem. And what did they do? They went home. Now, do you not think if these wise men had come and Herod's going to all the trouble of finding out where the Messiah has been born, and this news breaks to them that the Messiah is born in the place that the Bible prophesies, do you not think they would be provoked or interested or a little bit curious to go to Bethlehem to find out? No, they weren't interested. They were interested in the intellectual study of the Bible, and they knew the Bible, but they weren't interested in the God of the Bible. They weren't interested in finding the person that the Bible speaks about. And they went on provoked. Let me tell you something. God's trying to provoke all of us to begin our search. Most of us have already begun the search, and we have found him. Thank God we found him. And he found us, but we found him because we were provoked to ask the questions. And to keep asking the questions and to search and to find. Let me ask you something. Are you provoked? Now, most of us, I'm sure, in here are believers. But let me ask you something as a believer. Do you think that you know everything that there is to know about God? Do you think there's more in your relationship with God that could be sought out and could be sought after, that you could seek the Lord and you would find greater things about God in your life? Or have you just kind of plateaued and think, well, I'm saved, I'm happy, I'm on my way to heaven, and that's all I need to be concerned about? You know, God invites us to know him and to seek him. And there's more about God in your own personal life that you can discover. And yet we refuse to be provoked to continue on to seek the Lord and to find him in all of his majesty and all of his glory. You know, when I preach the Bible and we teach the Bible, there should be many things, now not everything, but there should be many times when you come in here and you listen to the Word of God where you hear something and see something that should provoke you. You should say, man, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to go look at that. I'm going to study that out for myself. All of us should be studiers, students of the Bible. Study the Word of God for yourself, not just when you come in here. And it's a very sad thing if I'm preaching here and trying to provoke you to find out more and to study more and to search and to find and to be students of the Bible, and then you go home and you don't really bother, don't touch the Bible till you come here to the next service. I'm really feeling if I'm not able to provoke you where you're searching and seeking and looking for yourself. Now, the journey of the shepherds was provoked. God was provoking them. There's something you've got to see. I wonder, are we provoked to continue to search after the Lord? And friend, if you're not saved this morning, the most important thing for you to do is to seek him and to find him. Jesus said, you will find me when you search for me. He that seeks shall find. If you ask, it will be answered. If you knock, it will be opened. But you know, God's not going to open that door if you're not trying to get in. If you're not asking, he's not going to answer, honestly. You know, the shepherds didn't drag, or the angels didn't drag the shepherds to the manger scene. They had to find it.